This is Corvin Castle, also known as Hunedoara in Transylvania, and many people consider it to be the most haunted castle in all of Europe. So in today's video, we're going to tell you why. Now, Corvin Castle was built in the 1400s and took almost 200 years to complete. It was home to some of the most powerful families in Europe, including the Habsburgs and the Corvin, but it was also the site of many battles and sieges. And as you can imagine, all that fighting led to a lot of death and suffering. And that, my friends, is how the castle earned its reputation for being haunted. One of the most famous stories about Corvin Castle is that Vlad the Impaler stayed there for a short time in the 1400s while he was visiting the region. Now, it's not certain if he actually dipped his bread in blood or dipped his quill in blood, but it is said that he dipped his bread in the blood of enemies who had been captured and imprisoned in the castle. Also, apparently, the executioner at the castle was paid extra to cut the heads off of the prisoners and then throw their heads into the moat. And apparently, he got so good at his job that he was eventually put in charge of all the executions in the city. That's a real neck breaker. Another story is that the castle is built on the site of an ancient pagan temple, and it is said that the spirits of the people who died there are still angry, and they take their revenge on the living by moving objects, shaking beds, and even interacting with people. In fact, it is said that the castle is so haunted that some people have even seen ghosts wandering around the grounds. But perhaps the most disturbing story is that the castle's dungeons were used to torture and experiment on prisoners. It's said that the castle's dungeons were filled with all kinds of torture devices, from racks and pulleys to iron maidens and even a guillotine. And it's said that the dungeon master was a sadist who took great pleasure in torturing people. But if you're brave enough to visit Corvin Castle today, you might just see one of the ghosts that are said to roam the halls. Just kidding. The castle is now a museum, so you can go visit it and see the torture devices for yourself. But please don't touch anything. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.